Ladies and gentlemen, Saved by the Bell fans, what's going on? It's 12:57 a.m. in Eastern Time Zone. Today is Sunday, August 20th, 2023. I almost said 1989. What is wrong with me tonight? This is what happens when you do videos after midnight. You tend to screw things up. I need to stop doing that. So I gotta find a way to stop doing that. But when you got real life things to do, that's what happens. All right, Saved by the Bell is a American television sitcom created by Sam Bobwick for NBC. The series premiered in prime time on August 20th, 1989, a Sunday night, targeted at kids and teens. Saved by the Bell was broadcast in the United States on Saturday mornings, later as a flagship series for NBC's TNBC lineup. A retooling of the Disney Channel series Good Morning Bliss, the show follows up a group of high school friends and their principal at a fictional Bayside High School in Los Angeles, California, the primary focusing on lighthearted comedic situations and occasionally touches on the serious social issues such as drug use, driving under the influence, homelessness, remarriage, death, women's rights, environmental issues. Could put in racism, classism, and stuff like that, but hey, it's just getting things started, so I can't blame them for not adding those things into the mix. The series started with Mark Paul Gosner, the late Dustin Diamond, Lark Voorhees, Dennis Hackins, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, Elizabeth Barkley, and Mario Lopez. The series ran for 4 seasons, airing its final episode again on primetime on May 22nd, 1993, a Saturday night. The show spawned 2 spin-off series, College Years, I'm talking about Saved by the Bell, it only lasted 1 year, 1993 to 1994, a primetime series series that follows several of the characters college in that Saved by the Bell, the new class from 1993 to 2000, which it lasted 7 years, which I'm totally shocked. And one of the actresses that played in that show is this very same actress that played as Ellie Bartowski on NBC's Chuck years later, let alone decades later. A Saturday morning series that follows a new group of students at Bayside High School. The series also spawned to 2 TV movies, Saved by the Bell Hawaiian Style 1992 and Saved by the Bell Wedding in Las Vegas in 1994. In later years, Saved by the Bell has been classified as educational information, and the show was named one of the 20 best school shows of all time by AOL TV, which is America Online. What do I think about Saved by the Bell? I mean, it is educational. It's a lot of fun. It has funny moments, and it has serious moments. I can't give you the best, the worst, overrated, underrated, weird, out of nowhere type of episodes, because I can be here all night long, so I don't want to do that. There's this one episode where it was a father and daughter. You thought that, hey, they have a house, whatever, and this was during Christmas time. Come to find out they're homeless by living in a car. So Zach Morris and the gang decided to pitch in something and give her and her father something to remember forever. Then you have another episode where they do like Friends Forever music video, whatever it's called. Then you have the gang during in the summertime. It was where Zach went out with Stacy. That was one of my favorite, if not my favorite, mini episodes, because it showed that Zach Morris isn't just dependent or just strung on Kelly Kapowski, which, a little spoiler alert, those two end up getting married years later. So then you have Mario Lopez, aka AC Slayer, Elizabeth Barkley as Jesse Spano. Those two, that couple, they could be a lightning rod. I can tell you that right now. Vart Louise, known as Lisa Turtle, she's a fashion woman, through and through. The late Dustin Diamond, aka Screech Powers. He's a geek, he's a nerd, but he kind of reminds you a little bit of Steve Urkel. Everyone knows Mark Paul Gosner and Tiffany Amber Thiessen. You know those guys are. Zach Morris, he finds himself in trouble. He always finding himself doing something to get under the skin of Dennis Hackins' character, Mr. Belding. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Max, who is the owner of that burger joint. So yeah, I didn't get into Saved by the Bell during Texas days like that. until my family and I moved overseas. That's when I had the VHS tapes and just record them, watch it over and over and over, along with other shows. So, of course, that Saved by the Bell new class is not going to be phenomenal. Isn't going to be classic due to the fact that it doesn't have the same charisma, that magic, nostalgic like the original group. That's really hard to top. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. As far as the college years, I mean, it was cool to see some of the characters that went to college, and you realized that, oh crud, you can't get away with it like you did in high school. So it was fun to watch. Then you have not just the later years, but you also have the 2020 TV series that was on Peacock. Saved by the Bell is an American sitcom developed by Tracy Wigfield that premiered on November 25th, 2020 on Peacock. It was a revival of the original television series of the same name created by Sam Bobwick. Follows some of the same characters, even though it's a new generation. Just think of it as Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations type of thing. The main cast from the original Saved by the Bell enterprise their roles in the revival, except for the late Dustin Diamond and Dennis Hacken as Screech and Mr. Belding, respectively. The series received generally positive reviews from critics and praise going towards the performances Hogg and Totah, Totah. I apologize for butchering it. In January 2021, the series was renewed for a 10-episode second season, which was released on November 24th, 2021. But in May 2022, which is last year, the series was canceled after 2 seasons. So in the reboot or the revival or the spinoff, whatever you want to call it, the series was set 26 years after Zach and Kelly's wedding. The main characters of the original series united in their 40s and trying to navigate their lives. And new generations of students enter Bayside High School, but conflicts arise as Zach Morris, now the governor of California, shuts down all the low-income high schools, the enterprise districts, and transfers less fortunate students to wealthier and higher-performing schools in the state richer areas, including Bayside. Now, I haven't watched that show, which is the revival, so if I ever get a chance to get Peacock, I'll check it out. So, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? What y'all think about Saved by the Bell and the spinoffs and the TV movies? Did you like them? Did you didn't like them? What was your favorite episode? What's your not so favorite? And with that, throwing y'all a salute. Peace out. I'm going to bed. Get ready for the more video later on. Good night.